Hello Minecraft fans and fellow Christians. Today I'll be starting my More Plants series, which is an add-on for the Galactic Craft mod. So technically you can see it as a continuation of that series if you want, but anyway. Now, we've already visited through this galaxy before, in the Galactic Craft portion, which has led up to Tier 3. The More Planets adds Tier 4 to Tier 8, at least in the old versions. Currently in the 1.12 version, they just go max off at Tier 3. But anyway, the More Planets adds this little galaxy here. In the older versions, they used to have more planets. But right now, we're worried about just Diona here. It has Cointus, which is right now currently Tier 3, but in older versions that'll probably changed. But anyway, Diona is Tier 3. However, sadly, there's been some changes as far as the tiers and all that, which makes it sort of confusing about what to do actually. However, this may simplify it a bit. If you want to know a particular plant's tier, look at the number on the left and see what's next to it. Now, right now, I'm on Diona. That would be, in the old versions, a Tier 5 planet. However, that means I would need titanium to get a Tier 5 rocket, and hence I would have to visit the asteroid belt to get titanium. If I want to get a Tier 6 rocket, I need quantonium and phronisium for the heavy-duty plates. But anyway, right now it's just simpler if I stick to one particular version, which right now is 1.12.2. So if you need 1.7.10, I may do more on that later. But anyway, right now you can see Polognus in the distance, or Chalos as it's called I think now. And that's the red sun. Oh, and that's Nibiru up in the sky. The reason why it's so clear and you can see more stars than normal is because it has lack of an atmosphere. But anyway, now I might as well cover some things that you can find on Diona. Here is a crashed alien spacecraft. It took me a while to extinguish most of the fires. You can probably still hear a bit. Now here's an alien chest, in which you may need, which you'll need for black hole storages later. So you may want to take a few. Now, other than maybe possible resources, and these crystals, you better mine some of them later. Well, for later, I mean. Now this is just one possible alien place they can find. One of the other places looks like a sort of satellite dish. Now another place. This is a crashed satellite, or was it a probe? Okay, crashed probe, in which you can find alien minor parts and this glowing iron. Oh yeah, I think it's glowing iron. Yep, glowing iron ingots and glowing iron. Okay, now that's that. I lit it up just so you can see better. Now you may want to find these, but the probe itself is nothing more than just decoration. Oh, and this is just Ceratorium ore. Might be just a recent thing, but anyway. Let me see. I don't think there's anything I can use this for. Okay. Doesn't look like it has any recipes really yet. Oh well. I guess it was just a nice side comment. But anyway. Now onto a dungeon. There's two schematics that you can possibly find, but one isn't implemented yet. So and hasn't ever been implemented to my knowledge, but anyway. So it's really only the black hole storage schematic that you may want to worry about. Alright, game mode. 1 second. Wasn't exactly fair to mobs, was it? But anyway. Oh. That's an infected kind of mob. Not affected in a very bad way, just you can get these certain shards that you'll need later. There's also 2 resources that you'll need later. Okay, you'll need these shards later. Yeah, I don't think these sticky dish picks are craftable. Nope, they're not. So you can get a rare find here. May want to set up a small grinder. Okay. Nothing that significant to worry about. Oh, same thing here. You can't craft it, but it can be useful. Now, one thing to note, this is the only place you can get these eggs and glowstone. You'll need them for a structure later, just as a future note. Now, charge in. You'll want to attack those little things. They're like the ender crystals that heal the ender dragon. And as you can see by demonstrating, charging in doesn't do much good. So you better charge in with a plan. And right now that plan is getting out. Okay, 1 second. Now, like I was saying, those sort of slimy tentacle-looking things were healing the boss. Now, the easiest way I know of to take care of those little healing things is to charge in and use 4 buckets of lava. So don't forget to bring those. Now don't worry about the lava destroying the key. At least not at this rate. Besides, the thing can't be killed until these are destroyed. I think that in this scenario, yeah, okay. Okay, let's see if I destroyed the key or not. I was able to get the lava. I thought. So most certainly bring some powerful armor and maybe some milk later. Although you'd probably run out of milk. Okay, I destroyed the key, sorry, my mistake. Thought I could get it beforehand, but anyway. So as you can see, with maybe just 3 lava instead of 4, you can do it a little better than I did. But anyway, I'll just get myself a game from creative mode. Sorry for that slightly bad demonstration, but anyway. Okay, now I don't really have to worry about the lava at this point, but anyway. I have actually done it to where the lava didn't destroy the key even with 4 things of lava, but in any case. So it's somewhat up to chance, somewhat skill. Now here's a black hole storage. Luckily the one we can use. Now you can just simply go to your NASA workbench, wherever that may be, and unlock it. Now since I mentioned the black hole storage unit, I'll illustrate that first, but I've got a couple things to show you. Now, if for some reason you didn't get an alien chest from that crashed ship or something, you can craft it with some alien ship decorations if you happen to get those instead. Now, as far as crafting this, you got an alien chest, 4 heavy-duty tier 3 plates, 5 glowing iron ingots, 3 steel pole, and 9 black hole fragments. Now there's something I have to admit. I've tried for days on end to figure out how in blazes to get these black hole fragments. I've searched on several other videos and wikis and all, even a couple discords, and I just can't find out where in blazes you get these from. I'm sorry, it's so embarrassing to admit I don't know something, but I don't want to mislead folks I know something when I don't actually know something. So far, the only way I know to actually get these is through creative mode, either getting the black hole fragments or the black hole storage itself. Sorry. I wish I could do better. Like I said, I tried for days to get it figured out. But I might as well show you what I can. Now, the one downside to these is you have to have 28 blocks between each black hole storage unit. So you can't just clump all these together and all. But one of the useful things is they connect to a hopper if you turn this button green. Look up at top. And you can stop anytime you choose. And another thing, you can disable and enable this black hole part to where it can collect items, XP, or both items and XP. The collect mode just changes what it can collect. Now, let me show you how it collects items. Just pulls straight to it. And voila. Now, what's the use of this? Well, one of the things is automated farming. Imagine if you had a couple dozen of these stacked up on top of each other and even parallel on the other side. This would be useful for any place that doesn't have a more automated style of farming. Now all I did was hook up this lever to a sticky piston that moves this redstone block. The redstone block keeps these pistons active to where there isn't water constantly moving. I'll speak of that little wet thing so I know better. Now, I enabled the use hopper so it just went straight into the chest. Now it's one use if you don't have a bear farm. Now, there's a couple of other things that you can do once you get to Diona. Well, oh, I'm sorry. In the last video, technically you have enough resources to make this shield generator, but it's still technically a more planets block. You can craft it like so. 3 compressed titanium, 2 dash, and a shield controller which you find on Venus. You have to go to the dungeon. And you can craft upgrades. This is a template for it. A template along with 8 pufferfish, shield size upgrade. And a trespassing monster can get hurt if you tell it to use damage. The swords have to have sharpness 5. And this is a shield capacity upgrade. And 4 nether stars. And atomic batteries. Again, lead and atomic isotope from Venus, which can be rather expensive. And in its fully upgraded state, you can put the upgrades along here or here. These are the max. The shield damage was at 8, I think, and the shield size was 16. You can disable damage or enable a shield. I don't know why you would want to disable it, but anyway, here I mean. Or make it visible if you would care to see it. And voila. Now let me just turn on the power. If it'll comply, but anyway. And it'll take some time, but once you get working, it'll produce a rather nice shield. Now, me personally, it just seems cheaper to use blocks. But anyway. Now, you may or may not need another power source. But for the sake of show, I'll use an infinite battery from creative mode. And it's got a little animation up top, but anyway. So it's going to need more than one cold generator, which means a lot more solar panels if that's what you use. And you're going to have to wait until this reaches 0 for it to actually create the shield. And sort of like the oxygen bubble, it creates a bubble around you. And sort of like the oxygen bubble too, you can create several overlapping shields if necessary. But based on the recipes, that can be somewhat expensive. Oh, the animation changed. Oh, it's almost done. Good. Ah, there it is. You can sort of see it. As I recall, it expanded just like the oxygen bubble, but you can see at the very edges. Now I just might turn it off, but anyway. This is at its max. Normally it's way smaller though, and hence not always the most effective way without upgrades. But anyway, I might as well just turn off the shield for now. Okay. Now to continue the explanation. One of the other things that you can do for energy is this dark matter receiver. Well, wait. I'm sorry, dark energy receiver. Dark matter was just something from way back in my memory. But anyway. Now this is the dark energy receiver, dungeon glowstone, and the zealous eggs. Oh, whoops. Got these a bit mixed up. Okay. These are the two things you'll find in the dungeon I just went to, along with some infected slime, in which you can find from the slimy things in the dungeon, along with perlinite segments. I'll explain these in a moment. Now, you'll need a space warper core, eye vendor, 4 diamonds, compressed dash. Right. And put that in the center, along with full solar panel, tier 3 heavy duty plate, steel pole, and etc. etc. And that'll go in the dead center. Now, oh, that's right. Okay. Now the segments. It'll sound sort of slimy, but anyway, when you place it. 6 of these perlite slime balls per one, and the perlite shards from the mobs. Now, normally to get a perlite slime block, you'd get 9 of these, but for some reason the normal slime block recipe overrides it. So yet again, another creative mode solution is required. But anyway. Now, what do you actually need to do with these? You need to essentially right click with an ender pearl. Okay, looks like they need to be in survival mode. One moment. Right click the next to last one. Well, next to the first one. Okay. That's odd. I thought these were. Now that is strange. One moment. I'm not 100% certain what's going on, but you're supposed to... Wait. Okay, never mind. Never mind that. But anyway. You're supposed to right-click one of these. Well, place one, and then the second one. You're supposed to right-click with an ender pearl. One moment. Okay. And the top one, you're supposed to right-click with an Eye of Ender and get this. And you're supposed to do that to all 4 tops and get a purple-eyed looking one there. Now, 1 minute while I fix this slight issue. Now, one thing you can do is turn this on to green to see if you accidentally misplace something or another. Now, this I have completely out of the ground for illustrative purposes, but anyway. Now, one thing I did have a hard time figuring out was what kind of block this was. A perlite slime block. Essentially, you need 4 to go around here, and then the glowstone to fill in the corners, and then put the eggs on top of the slime blocks. And this thing needs power from somewhere else. And once you actually get it started, it'll be ready to go. Now here it needs a good bit of energy, and when you think you've got enough going in it, you can actually right click it with an empty hand. Not something within your hand, an empty hand. And you gotta shift right click. And if you're missing something, I'll let you know in chat. And one other thing to note is that before you actually start like I just did, there's dark energy that you gotta worry about. Oh, hold on. Okay, it was missing something or another. 1 second. Okay, sorry for the eruption, folks, but the problem was simply a matter of energy. It takes 9 coal generators to keep it running instead of the 3 I had there. Sorry, folks. And the black lightning is normal. Now, why was an alarm sounding? That's because if this thing runs out of power, or you accidentally whack one of these while it's running, you'll essentially create a black hole if you don't destroy the machine like you saw me doing. All you have to do is mine this block in order to stop any black holes from creating. And believe me, you don't want that to happen. You can probably find a video on about it, but anyway. The black hole, for a while, will grow up until it reaches about 16 blocks away and pulls in blocks to itself. And then, after about 20 minutes, it'll explode and then just itemize any block, a lot of blocks around it in a sort of a splatter pattern. But anyway, now, before the interruption, I was talking about how to protect yourself from the dark energy. Okay, and yet another interruption. Okay, now, there is dark energy going around here, but you can't see it. And it's going for about 32 blocks, which goes past, which is almost up to that fence over there. Just to give you an idea. But anyway, now how you protect yourself so you can walk around here? first you gotta craft an empty capsule with a tin canister and iron ingot, and then use unrefined dish and those perlite shards from the mobs, and voila, you got an energy protection capsule. You right click it as if it were food, or well, a potion in this case, and it'll give you that effect. Now, why do we want to build this possibly catastrophic machine? Because once it's complete, it'll create this particular block, a dark energy core. Now, eventually this thing will stop thundering and lightning and sort of explode. Nothing dangerous, but anyway, you'll just simply create this on top of either on top of the receiver or replace the receiver. Oh, okay, yeah, it's on top. But anyway, hopefully the thunder and lightning will be over soon. But anyway, okay, I think I'll just turn off the sound for now. Okay, can you hear me better? Okay. Now, what you need to throw 4 glowing iron ingots along with an ender pearl to get a dark energy source. And if I throw them right, it should work. Okay. Shouldn't take that long, I don't think. Okay. It should be Oh, there's my problem. Okay. I'm sorry. My mistake. Sorry. User error. Okay. There we go. A dark energy pearl. And you can use that to craft your first dark energy generator. It requires some more alien parts and the multilic crystal pieces. Remember those blue crystals I showed you back on the crashed alien ship? Yeah, it's more of these, just broken up. Tier 3, heavy duty plates, heavy aluminum wire, advanced wafer, and if you want a heavy duty dark energy storage cluster, it can take any energy. It's just something specific to this. It doesn't, well, anyway. 4 more alien miner parts, advanced wafer, and some energy storage clusters. If you watched my first Galactic Craft video, you probably know that's sort of expensive, but anyway. But this naturally generates 100 Galactic Craft joules on its own. But if you put in this, it can produce a lot more. And if you keep supplying it with more of these pearls, you can keep it going for a much longer time. And as you can see, it has a somewhat quick decay rate. But it really can put out a lot of energy. Now, normally coal generators are enough for me, but anyway. Now, let's see how far along this is. Oh, 24, okay, 23% left. Okay, I'll just skip ahead so we can have our volume back. Okay, we're almost there. It doesn't have to be night, but that's just chance. But anyway, it's probably wise just to start this off someplace and turn it on when you got dark protection, head home, and then go AFK and do something else important while this happens. Nothing, you can just leave it AFK, you don't need hoppers or anything of that sort. And voila. It turns the slime blocks and glowstone to obsidian, and voila, you've got the dark energy core that you need. Yeah, I know it's a bit of a pain just to get it, but anyway. Now, okay, that seems to be pretty much it. Now, oh, that's right. I forgot to mention. When I discovered that, well, sometime after I discovered this could create a black hole, I figured, wait a minute. Doesn't a black hole equal black hole fragments? I thought that for the longest time. I tried, well, testing to see what I could do. All I kept getting was explosions after the 20 minutes. That's how I figured it out. And I tried throwing several perlinite things in there. I got to explode earlier than 20 minutes with, oh, that's right, a bomb. Okay, let me get that up. Okay. Okay, this is a perlinite bomb. You can craft it with 8 infected perlinite shards and 1 gunpowder. It's not a very strong bomb, but you can throw it like a grenade and it explodes upon impact. That's probably why it set off the black hole early, but anyway. All I kept getting from the black holes created by this machine was just death and destruction. And sorry, I honestly couldn't find any way to get black hole fragments. I really did try. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope this has at least answered some things. And to the best of my knowledge, the black hole fragments are probably just not implemented yet, or meant to be found on Diona. That's my best guess. In any case, goodbye, y'all.